Hey everyone, today we'll be reviewing our Game Week 4 squads and looking to reveal our team selection for Game Week 5.
Even though Newcastle and Leeds played this morning, 5 a.m. for us Aussies.
Yeah, our schedule didn't quite line up for an early deadline and early kickoff, but let's get on to it, shall we? Let's have a look at our Game Week 4 review. Over to you, Taylor.
So we did better than average for both our teams. Carmina's gone a bit down her rank and I've gone up, but Carmina, she's still at 500,000, so that's a solid effort for about 8 million players?
Yeah, we've got 8 million players. Unlucky to cop a red arrow, but it was a pretty tough game week. You were lucky to get a green arrow there. Fantastic. Good work.
I know, it was great. Even with Antonio's red card and Trent's outscoring was magnificent.
Yeah.
I was a bit worried with Mount not having any minutes, but you know what? It's come out to a solid result, so I'm not too sad about that.
You did well. I was really worried about Mara's not getting minutes as well. Shall we move on to our score predictions? Let's have a look here. So Newcastle and Leeds, they played last night. They came to 1-1 as our score prediction, and we thought there was going to be 1-1. So great to see a draw happening over there. A few eventful things as well happened last night. Wolves versus Brentford was 2-1. Well, we're predicting it to be 2-1. I hope it is. What we found is that Wolves are starting their green fixture run. They've got some really good games in the next few game weeks. Awesome.
Yeah, so Crystal Palace started off okay. Last week they looked really solid in the back line, but today they are up against Liverpool, so it's going to be a tough game for them.
Interesting. 3-1. Is that what you predicted? For Liverpool?
Yes, so I did predict 3-1 because I reckon Crystal Palace might just get through Liverpool's defence because they have been playing so solid.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, we predict Burnley to have a 2-2 draw with Arsenal, so let's see how that goes as well. Man City versus Southampton, we predict a 4-0. I think Man City will absolutely tear through Southampton at home. I know Pep did mention a few things about getting some more crowd behind the Man City players, so let's see how that goes. Norwich and Watford, the whipping boys as we call them, they are due for a 1-1 draw, we hope. Hope for some of my players that are involved with that too. We're predicting that Aston Villa play Everton, and we're predicting a 1-2 to Everton. So hopefully they knock about a win, even without Dominic Calvert-Lewin. We'll see how that goes. Brighton have Leicester at home. We're hoping that Brighton score 1 and Leicester score 2. So maybe Leicester can get off to a flying start. What about the West Ham game?
So West Ham we have up against Man United. So no Antonio this week. So they're already on their back foot. We'll see if the likes of Ronaldo, Pogba and Shaw take advantage of them.
Yeah.
We are predicting them to win 3-2, but now that I think about it, I reckon they might even go 3-0 to Man United.
Wow. United will be in flying force after having Ronaldo, a massive signing for their club, right?
Oh my God, he just was so solid last week, so we'll see.
Looks good. Couple tap-ins even though he's 36, right? The Spurs and Chelsea game. Spurs have Chelsea at home, so a nice London derby, which would be awesome. We predict that to be Spurs to score 1 and Chelsea to score 2. However, Spurs look nothing short of pretty shaky down in that back line, with Eric Dyer coming off with an injury, but also Tanganga copped 2 yellow cards, so he's off with a red. Kane as well. Oh my gosh. Kane only had, well, actually he had none. He had no touches and no shots whatsoever in the box. So with that,
wow.
I think Son as well, because he makes such a big impact. Having no Son really did not do well for Spurs last week. So I'm hoping,
absolutely.
Yeah, I'm hoping that Chelsea will pretty much break down their defense, because they do like having Eric Dyer as that leader in the back line. So Lukaku of Chelsea assets, defenders even can get in on it. So we'll see how that goes. It could have been a bit higher a prediction, I think, but we'll find out. Hopefully not too many Lukaku captainers, because I don't even have him. Do you?
No, I don't, but I wanted him in for sure.
Yeah.
But guys, let us know your predictions for this week, because we would love to know if you guys are on the ball just as much as we are?
Yeah, let's find out. Let's go on to something called our Dirty Differentials. This is something new to our channel, so I'm hoping you enjoy it. Dirty Differentials basically talks about a top pick or 1 or 2 picks who have an ownership of less than 3%, so which could boost you up in the ranks. We've got here our first pick is from Man City, Kevin De Bruyne. He's coming back from an injury, but he was on the bench at Champions League midweek. Interesting.
He was considered an essential last season, and previous season, so he would be getting back in there soon, I think, and would make a huge difference. He is just the heart of the City attack, absolutely.
Yeah, I think so too. Kevin De Bruyne also comes up against Southampton at home, so that big game at their home. So let's have a look at the next pick here. From Arsenal, we've got Aubameyang, who has a 2.3% ownership against Burnley. And they are playing away. In the past, Aubameyang's been a pretty elite striker, but lately Arteta talks about a long-term plan, which hopefully brings some form. We know they've got some good fixtures coming up in the next 5. They've got Burnley, Tottenham, Brighton, and Crystal Palace. So he's definitely on my watch list. Is he on yours?
Well, I actually haven't taken notice of him, but now I will. Thank you to your dirty differentials.
That's a hard one to say, isn't it? Tweet us your differentials and let us know. Maybe you've got some picks for us as well. Let's go on to our starting team selection. Here we go.
So we've got Carmina's one up first.
Here we go. So I've got Sanchez in goal against Leicester at home. In the back 4, I've got Digne, Duffy, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and I've got Shaw. So I've got some nice rounded off defenders in there. My midfield, unfortunately, I had to actually play Gilmore. But, I mean, he's against Watford, and we know that's the whipping game. So let's find out. Hopefully he can come back with at least a clean sheet or some kind of return. That would be really good. But, yeah, let's have a look who else I have in the middle. So I've got Jota, Salah, obviously playing Crystal Palace. I even captain Salah, actually. I think I've got a lot of confidence to bring some points to the team. I've got Ben Rama and I've got Rafinha as well as Gilmore as well, I mentioned before. Rafinha came off the game yesterday in the match from the early kickoff. He came up with a injury, so I'm really, fingers crossed, he'll be fit for next week. But wow, incredible, right?
Yeah, that's looking like a solid team there, Carmina. And I really love that you've brought Jota in. He had so many shots on goals last week, so I'd really love to see him bring in some points for your team.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got a lone striker as well in Ronaldo. What are you thinking?
Oh my god, the 4-5-1, that is just insane. I just love to see how many points you get from this week.
Fingers crossed the midfield brings some points. On my bench, I have Raya from Brentford, so hopefully he gets some saves from Wolves, although he's on the bench. Doesn't really matter, I guess. Amati, not sure if he was starting, but he's against Brighton. Antonio obviously out from that red card, and Obafemi, who's pretty much a no-go at the moment, but he's just kind of a bench fodder on my bench, just sitting there. I mean, he was only 4.5, so let's see. I'm thinking about Digne's kind of being an issue, so I'm going to see how he goes this week. But let's get on to your team, Taylor. So let's have a look at your starting 11. Who do you have there in goals?
Well, I've got McCarthy in goals. He does a lot of great saves, so I'm really hoping up against Man City he's going to create some good points for the team. I was really tossing up between a wild card this week, but I decided to do no transfers, no wild card. Oh, no. So here I've got my 4-4-2 in the defense line. I've got Shaw, Alexander-Arnold, Cresswell, and White. I'm hoping they bring in some solid points.
Some clean sheets.
And then, yeah, clean sheets would be the aim. So next I've got Mount. Now, I'm not too sure what's going on with him. Is he resting? Is he not selected? I'm not sure at this point. So this is one of the reasons why I would have taken a wild card, and I probably would have put in Gray instead, but I've kept him this week, so we'll see. Next to him, I've got Fernandes, Grealish, and Benrahma. So Grealish played a really solid game in the Champions League on the week, so I'd love to see him create the same opportunities this weekend. And we'll see how Benrahma goes, even though he's supposedly supposed to be going to some international games. So I've got my eye on him. And unfortunately, one of my solid strikers, Antonio, he's got the red card, so he's on bench. But up front, I've got Ronaldo. So with the Man United versus West Ham, and hopefully he can create some good opportunities with Fernandes, it will be really good. And then I've got Pukki next to him. So I'm hoping Pukki might have a solid game up against Watford, but we'll see. We'll see.
You've got Ronaldo as captain. That much faith, do you?
I have so much faith in Ronaldo. He is amazing.
You can probably get some combos out of Fernandes and Ronaldo against that defensive West Ham. They're going to be full out in force, aren't they? Man United attackers. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's just going to be great. On my bench, I've got Gilmore, Tamika's from Liverpool, who's been put back on bench because Robertson's back on.
Yeah, that's right.
And I've got Foster, so small points there, but they're the ones I'm considering using my wildcard forwards, so I can just bring in some better points and players for the next few weeks.
Well, let's find out, because the fixtures do turn in the next few game weeks, so you're looking probably to get some, Chelsea assets, you reckon? Maybe some Chelsea in there? Yeah, we'll see how we go.
I'd love to get some more Chelsea.
Definitely. Ooh. That sounds good. Let's move on to our Hungry for More league updates. Ooh, very nice. Who are our top 3 players that we've got here? Do you want to read them out?
So in first position, we have 2 goals, 1 cup. So Matt is coming in at 337 points.
Wow.
Underneath Matt is Hungry for More Carmina. And you know what? 45-point difference. That is huge. So I wonder if you can catch up to him.
Yeah.
Third place, we've got Ben's team, Ben Leslie. He's at 279 points.
Nice.
So who have we got there as the wooden spoon?
Oh dear, is that Jody? Oh my gosh, Jody's lads. I think you're only on 212. Let's hope you can pull out something from the bag. I guess we do have a long season ahead, don't we? Oh, that's very funny. We've got prizes up for grabs for first place and second place ranks, but we also have 2 new entries from Gordon and Najili. Okay, so thank you for those guys. Come on in and hopefully you can show everyone that you can make it to the top and get those prizes. Make sure you have a look. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
We encourage all new entries and competition people to join us. So just join the link below. It will be in the description, or you can use the code there. It is 7N16CE.
Very nice, very nice. So join in with us. Let's have a look at what we're doing in our next video, Taylor. What are we up to next time?
So next week, we will review our game week 5 and who to watch. Best value players in each position.
And you did mention, Taylor, you were going to potentially use your wild card. A lot of choices to be made, right? Absolutely. Can't wait for that. We'll also show our team selection for game week 6. That should be fun as well. Getting some more games in there.
Yeah, so make sure to check out the links below and follow our socials. We'd love to hear from you guys. So those score predictions and joining our league, we'd really appreciate it.
Thanks for watching, guys.
See you later.